Hello everyone to another Sunday stream, art stream. How are we doing? YouTube viewers joining in first. Welcome Ala, welcome Kuro. Hey N. Hey Santi. Nice to see you here. How are we doing today? I think there's an ad in progress, probably. I hope you had good sleep, and thank you for waking up for the stream. So, before anything, I think we're gonna continue with that book that I have about that has suits and formal wear. But I do wanna draw what I promised last week, which is White and Daniel as the Devil's Advocate movie poster. Sorry to hear that you're sick. I hope you feel better soon, Ala. It has been. I hope you've been doing well, Senti. It's late over there, so I always appreciate you joining, even though it's too late. I've been enjoying your comments on Chojin X and forgot to mention this. Extremely enjoying them. And never say that you're not like the type of reader that you wish to be, or the type of reader that you see in other people, because you read very well, way better than I do. All your input and commentary has been really fun to follow. It's safe to say that you are actually enjoying it, right? Let's go a little bit bigger today. You've reached chapter 35 or not yet? Yes, I did promise to draw this poster. Even though technically it could be spoilery, maybe? I don't know. But still. I promised. You read chapter 29? So the Tuesday stream that I kind of teased yesterday, I'm still trying to think if I should do it on Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. These are my days right now. And it's kind of an educational stream, and it's about manga specifically. Now you made me want to read to know why. Chapter 35 is where I got hooked in the story. Like, once I reached chapter 35, I just binge read it every day, like every morning, every minute I have, I couldn't stop. And in general, I thought it's just a me thing, but after like talking about Shoujo X twice, I get some results, some tweets on my feed about that, and I realized that a lot of people say that chapter 35 is what did it, what hooked them. Hey Spectre, welcome. We are drawing the Devil's Advocate poster, I guess, is the best way to say it without explicitly mentioning spoilers. How are you doing? Did you go back home, Spectre, or not yet? I mean, from the picture you shared on Discord, I kind of feel like you're still there. Oof. I guess it's Deltarune today. I kind of don't want to put... And did you see how good Azuma looks without the glasses? Why? Why do we do this? Why do I do this? Why does Ishida do it? Why do we put glasses on people who look good without glasses? No offense to anyone who likes glasses. He looks young. It's the glasses. continue expressing my love for the game I'm playing, I will get better at drawing suits fast. Even though the suits are like not your usual suits, kind of like the Yakuza suits are kind of different. Young was for Danny. Yeah, I thought I got that. I love the way you drew hair. It always looks nice. Thank you. I've always liked that, eyes and hair, and I think a lot of artists like that. Enjoy drawing faces most, enjoy drawing hair and eyes most. Do you want him in the same? I think going with the vest is a better option for Daniel, honestly. Yeah, I think hair has a fine line between looking horribly drawn or gorgeous. I guess it's fun nonetheless. It's really fun to just render hair. As a man, Glasson looks like he is a nerd, so I understand why you don't like his design. What? D hates nerd-looking characters confirmed? Do I have that vibe? Let's see. Who are the characters that look nerdy and I like them? But Asma for sure isn't that good with it. Yeah. He has such gorgeous eyes. Yeah, this is such just a sketch, but turning out really well. I might end up adding some color, maybe more rendering to the background. Who knows? Maybe I'm just too scared. I'm rendering Daniel too much because I'm too scared to start drawing white. Maybe. Hey, Blue, welcome. Thank you for checking in. I hope you're doing well yourself. We're just talking about Azuma and glasses. D hate glasses, D draws handsome men in glasses. I don't understand it. I don't understand how this happens, honestly. Like, we have black. Yaldar wears glasses, I think, wears glasses. We have black, we have violet, we have Jad and Daniel. Can he look straight at us? I don't think. Hey, Tart. Welcome. You can run, but you can't hide from the men in glasses? Apparently. Tsukushima. Tsukushima, right? Tsuki is the first character that kind of... I don't know if it's the first, but yeah, like very notable character that made me switch from... Like, oh, I can accept a character in glasses. They can be good. Let's try. White will hate it, but let's try. Why not? Let's just try. We should have tried with Daniel as well to raise. The bangs. Maybe he's trying to keep his fire at bay. So we're gonna draw some frowning eyebrows on Mr. White. You know the funniest thing? The other day, I was on Twitter and I saw this post about, like, there was this artist that was clearly using AI to create. The funniest thing that happens on Twitter is when you see an artist being called out for using AI, and then they try to debunk with an AI-generated process video. That is the funniest thing. Or process pictures. But yeah, I came across one case like this, and it's funny how people were just providing pictures of like how the process or how the sketch or the rough doesn't match the final product, and I'm like, oops. Oh my god, that you've all been here for long. You've all seen my like step-by-step posts when I post them. A lot of the times I just one thing and I just go off away from, like, even here, like I just thought of it because this is the base I drew for the head, and look how different the head is. So it's just very funny. White doesn't like this post. He doesn't want to. Cooperate. White's so tall or Danny's short? I mean, I am thinking how to make. We gotta draw the hands so we can determine where White's shoulders are. Mm. The artist is wrong to use AI, but so are the comments. It's not necessary for the sketch to be the final result exactly. That's for sure. Yeah, sometimes they take it like, you know what? If you have, let's see. I don't know if it's still apparent. I think I fixed it, but okay, if you have Hiraeth the art book, Hiraeth, the one with the sheep. Look at the buildings far away, far in the back. So this is actually a brush. Like, it kind of crossed my mind that this could happen. So this is a brush. This is the brush, okay? So if you like, if you slightly, I don't know how you, sometimes you do it and it will, like if you use it wrongly, it could go like, see how this building is kind of tilted and it's not like that good looking, but because it's further in the back, I didn't really care. But I was like, when I was going over the layers before I saved the final illustration, I came across one building that looked bad. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave it. But it's funny that this could be like, somebody could see it and like, oh, she's using AI now. And I could be smarter and just fix it. But then again, I always leave mistakes in my drawings and my pages. I'm not gonna stop that now because people are gonna think something that is new to them. I've been drawing for so long and I share process videos. I'm not gonna play that game. If anything happens, we can deal with it on the spot, you know? Everything can change at the process. Any kind of art. Yes, for sure. But I guess there was some, like, it made sense because, like, there's some, I don't know, I don't remember the because there's a lot of examples like that all the time. I don't remember the exact example, but like there's some, it makes sense how they are attacking it, but it just made me laugh because sometimes I really just, I always make the joke that I don't listen to anyone, not even myself. Like I put down the guidelines and I just don't follow them. I do a rough composition for a page, but then when I start sketching, I just go wild with a totally different idea. Ugh, this is gonna be real fun. So we're gonna draw the whole hand and then we're gonna make the fingers intertwined. So this finger and then this finger and then... Okay, now... Shoot. Hey Shira, welcome. I feel people are starting to like to assume everything AI without really thinking. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's definitely a lot of that. One, two, three, four. Like, I remember in 2011, I drew a picture of Black, White, Lana, and Tatiana. And I posted it on DeviantArt, and then somebody told me that Black's hand is flipped. It's the wrong hand. I don't even think I fixed it. I don't think I went back and fixed it. It's like the hand at that angle, he's putting his hand behind his back, and the thumbs should be like facing us, not the pinky. But his pinky is the one that is facing us, so the whole hand placement is wrong. And I can easily see people if somebody makes this mistake now, jumping on their case that it's AI. I think it's funny that people look for imperfections to tell if it's AI, like humans aren't the whole reason we have mistakes in art. 100%. Not only that, yeah, there are some really good artists that use AI and then hide it. So these people should be called out. But a lot of the time it's easy to spot. Right now, the future is going to be different for sure. But right now it's awfully easy to just feel it. There is this perfection. Even with the mistakes, there is this very perfect look to AI art that is off-putting. Just kind of like when you see cat videos or rabbit videos or animal videos in general that are AI generated, you can spot it quickly. It's gonna be harder with time, for sure. There are beginners who really trying by their hand. They may stop if everyone said they use AI. I'm not sure. Like, I wouldn't. It's like that video I made about why I'm not worried about AI, because in general, I try not to really think how it's gonna affect artists in general, because to me, if you love it enough and you want to do it yourself, you're gonna stick to it no matter what. So if they're gonna stop because of that, then there is something that they have to work on before they try to become an artist online. Because it's not just like calling it AI or anything. It's, you're gonna get a lot of criticism and a lot of attacks in general. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's not a thing that I think of that much, like somebody just giving up because people keep telling them it's AI. Because what I'm worried about more, how people who are born into this environment where AI generated art is okay to a lot of people. That's what worries me more, because a lot of beginner artists are gonna incorporate it in their kind of like, not just AI generated, kind of like all these. I've been meaning to talk about it before. All the shortcuts and all the assets that, for example, Clip Studio Paint is giving, which is great, which I use, but it does make me worry about beginner artists. These make me worry more because it could get addicting and it could take you from point A to point E or F in your art journey without learning B, C, D, E, you know? I feel like art finds people, even if it's later in their life. Like they do it if they... Yes, for sure. There's this editor that I follow on Twitter who shared this announcement about them going abroad to find overseas talent and stuff. And for the announcement, they posted an AI-generated picture of themselves. This is an editor who is looking for artists. And a lot of people call them out. Like, how about you stop using AI generated art when you want to look for artists and stuff like that? But to me, it didn't came as a surprise at all, because with the boom of manga and manga culture and all that in the West, I see a lot of initiatives, a lot of contests, a lot of it's become in general everywhere. Sadly, it's become a product. And I kind of talked a little bit about maybe, I think, while I was playing Alan Wake, the second DLC, because it really tackles AI-generated creations. And how it's just like, it's a product now. If your art is a product, then yes, a lot of people will justify using AI-generated art, or like using AI as a tool. So maybe I do keep, or I do make peace with things quickly, things that should be worrying to me for the like landscape of the medium or art in general. But I don't know, I feel like I have a very chill approach about it, because I hate it. I hate it more than anything. It pisses me off. Like when I saw that illustration, this is like one of the illustrations that just screams, I am created by AI. And from an editor who is traveling to find overseas talents. It's kind of like Wacom when they use an AI-generated illustration to promote their Cintiq or their tablets. And I'm like, it's very funny to me. It's too funny. It reaches the point where I like, yeah, it's corporate thinking now, because art isn't a product now. So I guess what I try to do is try to focus on people who believe in human art and people who want to see human art, and eventually, as I said, I did a talk in Japan last year about this, and I said that in the end it's going to become like the new 100% organic or 100% handmade. It's sad that we might live in an era where the expensive art is going to be labeled with 100% human art. It's sad. The main gripe I have with people using AI for art is that they just want to skip the whole creation process, which is the whole point of actually creating art, yes, in the first place. Like, it's nice to have the final product, but no one truly sticks with it just for the final product, I think. But that's the problem. Everything has become a product. Humans became products. Like, talking about other people's human problems or drama has become, everything has become kind of like a product, which is sad. But that's definitely it. Like, I do worry. What worries me about people using AI, artists who using AI, like, I worry about them on a personal level. Like, you are doing it wrong. You are robbing yourself from the journey. You're not gonna be satisfied. Future you is not gonna be satisfied. You're gonna suddenly realize that, oh, what have I done? If you came face to face, you know these. I don't know what is the story or what is the movie. I don't know. There's a story that I came across where it shows you the reality of like someone who is doing a thing and then coming across what they call real talent and how devastating that is. But what they see is not real talent. This is like one of the best things that Haikyuu teaches. The different approaches to a thing you love, to passion, something you're passionate about. Oikawa and Kageyama, for example, that journey, I'm not going to get into details. So I kind of feel like those people who will rely on AI art and other tools, like even any shortcut or any asset, now outside of people who have to use them because they're making a living. This is not about AI, but like when I mentioned asset, I need to just throw a disclaimer about using assets, 3D models, brushes. I do use them, and I worry for beginner artists or other artists relying on them to the point where they're not learning, like they forgot it's a journey. But I totally get when people have to use them because it's their job and they're on a deadline. You definitely need to use those. But AI is never, like, it shouldn't be ever treated as a tool like assets and brushes and 3D models. But yeah, it's not a good feeling when you will be celebrated and perceived as an artist when you rely on AI, like on generating pictures for so long. And then you're gonna hit this wall, this true, like, you know, Truman Show, when he hits the wall of truth. You're nothing. You can't create a thing if you don't have this program that is generating your ideas. If people that use the time they spent on making AI art on actually just creating, imagine the amount of progress they'd make. Yeah, but that's the thing. Again, and I'm never going to justify people using AI to create art, but that's the problem with social media. People want numbers, want the final product, want something to post. They don't want the journey, sadly. Even though it is the most fulfilling, rewarding, I'm trying to find another adjective, but I'm only thinking of Arabic adjectives. I can't find any English adjectives of how fulfilling and rewarding the journey is. Like, it is about the process. It is about you learning who you are, learning what you want to do, what you want to tell, why is it you're creating, what is your message. It's a communication tool in the end. It is not a product. I don't know why, but Whitey reminds me of Sketch of Primpiti when he and Black on the bed. Oh yeah, that one. Does he have his hair up there? I don't remember. This looks like a courtroom. Wait. I'm slower than usual, I guess. You can see in the webcam, today is very windy and it's very dusty too, so it's really affecting my... I just get really lazy, I guess. I just realized it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's too late for you, Senti. I'm gonna head to bed. Good night, good morning. Thanks a lot for coming, for joining, for sharing your thoughts, and I hope you have a good night. He's wearing a suit and have a lock of hair on his forehead. Yeah, it's probably that. Now White looks like a kid trying to be an adult. I mean, listen, I entertain the idea of drawing kids White here. But man, some residue is left from this idea. I love it. I don't think I ever said I love your drawing for Suits. If I didn't like Suits, I'll be after seeing them in your drawing. Really? Oh. Food too. I maybe my skill and people wearing glasses, and you are kind of telling me that I have a thing. I'm good at drawing things I hate. Looks like it. Put glasses? Shoot, no. He looks like some character from Kuroshitsuji or something with glasses. Let's see. Danny's got me in a suit, and I don't know why. White isn't really comfortable with. He's just not comfortable with facing us. He is a kid who tried to be an adult. Let's see, what do I have? Like a pattern. Yes, this could work. At some point we're going to see White and go, wow, he's an adult now. Oof. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, what a... That's great. I don't want it to be soon. Black still needs to reach the kid, and White lives as a kid. Yeah. Ugh. Before I finish, before I touch it up and fix White, which I don't like, I might need to add some bangs. I want to find. do have a folder called Mind Spiral Things. Maybe in images. Mind Spiral Things. Maybe Spiral Mind Things? Spiral Mind Things. Ah, yes. Yes. How's current chapter drawing? I am thinking of, maybe I don't feel like, I'll change the title and just work on another page. It's going well, thank you for asking. I'm 44.44% done with it. If anybody wondered about my status yesterday on Discord, it was that. Need to... Oops. What? Wait. That's just... As in actual chapters, how is volume 11 going? Young background. I thought of that, but I also thought of some of the paintings in Alan Wake. Volume 11 isn't going. Like, I'm just working on chapter 80, but I'm not writing anything. I don't know when I'll get... I don't know when I'll pick up the pieces and start committing to volume 10. I don't know. There's something off in me. Okay, let's try. Because of Yildar, I know. His bangs look so funny. We just add them like that until they get the shape. I don't know, there's something off with me. Honestly, I'm gonna be... Where's the ring, since you added it last time? Let's go. Where does he wear it? Here. Usually I'm pretty... I find my... the cause of my... feelings in general. I can always spot them very quickly. And when I don't, it's usually just like that time of the month, which we all appreciate. When you're feeling so bad for no reason, it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's the time of the month, good. But yeah, I don't know, there's something... I can trace it back to Jevi dying. And when I told this to my mother, she's like, I get that she tried to comfort me in a way that made me realize that she didn't get what I mean. When my father was sick, in the house, and then in the hospital, and then in the ICU, and then he passed away. I was in a very challenging time and then, but it wasn't my father's death or illness. Like, all that is really hard, but what I was faced with is the support system I had in life is just doesn't function well, and I don't function well within that system. So usually when there's a big thing that happens, I try to think, when it affects me so badly, I try to think of more than the reason itself. Like, if I lost something, someone, something changes, definitely it is going to affect me. But if it's affecting me in a very deep way, then there is an issue. And I think that I'm not finding the issue. I trace it back, maybe when Jeffy died, I don't know. But maybe, I don't know if I'm still affected by what happened once in Discord. Because there is a part of me that is writing and enjoying writing, but isn't, maybe I'm just fatigued. Because I did work on a lot of things with Volume 10 release. But there is something that I'm not comfortable with when it comes to, I don't know if it's online existence. Maybe because I didn't get to get a proper break in Ramadan because I had to ship everything. I don't know. There is something wrong and I can't put my finger on it. I don't think this is the answer you wanted, Blue. You're asking in general. I probably gave too much information that I shouldn't have done that. But yeah. I just have, like, when May started, I thought, this is a new month, let's go. So I'm kind of trying to finish chapter 80 now, so I can feel the emptiness of having nothing, and then commit to the rest of volume 11. Me watching that ring appearance like a hawk. Black wants to see it too. He's like, what? Like, you have a ring? Just wear it, dude. Just wear it. What do you care about what people think? Come on. I guess that's enough for this one. It took too long. I prefer this long answer. Thank you for telling us. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're fatigued. These last few months have been crazy for you. Yeah, maybe I'm getting older as well, so like even physically I can't do what I did before. There is a thing where you feel like I don't know. It's 2026 was just weird, man. From the start. Cece, sorry. Oh, look at that. We have empty hands here. What can I do? Maybe it's better to just do it like this. Yes. And it's tricky with volume 11, especially because I can go anywhere. So it's not like I have a strict plan or like a good map to follow. So yeah. Hey, Neron. I remember 2026 starting and you mentioning your rough goals, and let me just say, I think you've already gone beyond. Really? Well, where are my rough goals? Thank you, Blue, for real. Maybe this is better, maybe. How long does it take you to finish one manga page? Like, if I have the sketch, the rough, and the sketch done, it could take from 2 hours to 8, depending on details. And I don't know, like, even the sketching and the storyboarding changes because I do work on the whole chapter at once for sketching and storyboarding. Let's see what we can... I've been talking yesterday, I mentioned this yesterday, and I would like to hear, like, I want to hear all the regulars input on this, because I think I have a problem with the main problem I have right now. Like, I want to do other things, and this is why I have a lot of goals. Engaging in more media, volume 10, and all the art books, more streams, to name a few. Yeah, thank you. I even YouTube, like, no, not the kids singing. Hey, Psycho, welcome. It is what you requested. I talked about this yesterday, and I'm gonna bring it up again here now. Blue and Psycho are here. Especially that we have this drawing. Like, I have this issue now. In general, I am doing random things. I don't like random things. I like structure. I like routine. I am very random and free when I'm creating, but everything outside of creating should be structured. Let me open the door for Sia. See Sia?
Yep.
It fits perfectly. Thank you for the request. So when I was talking yesterday, I mentioned that I tease a lot of things, a lot of doodles. While I'm talking, I'm gonna pick one of these photos I have of fathers and son and draw. Let me see. Why not? This could be a good study. So I tease a lot of things in general. Like, I wrote this thing, I have this idea for a sketch, and I keep teasing them, but then I don't follow through. And I was thinking of, you know, that doodle I shared 2 days ago about White holding Black's hand as he tells him something. And I was just thinking, like, I used to draw all the time these sketches, especially when I write a new book. I get a lot of ideas from the book that I want to tease for people who are looking forward, and future scenes that are kind of whatever is in this book, in volume 11, for example, is a stepping stone to that scene. So I end up drawing a lot of doodles and writing a lot of future scenes. And I like to share those with people who actually love these things, love these teasers. And I always tease these things and then I don't follow through. And I realized that the problem is I don't know where I'm gonna post them, where people who wanna talk about them or interact with them are gonna see them. And I was talking about it yesterday, this is the issue that I'm having right now, of where to put them, where people can go and check them, and posting them on Discord isn't an option. So like, would people just always check Instagram or YouTube to see all these? Because in the end, these especially don't make any sense without people getting excited about them, because they're teasers, you know? Do you have a Discord server for some sort? I would love to join the community. Yeah, thank you, Anne. We'd love to have you, thank you. Right now, streams in general, they kind of like when they're not structured. I was talking before Sia interrupted me. I was talking about structure. I kind of like structure. And structure is very important to me. I want to create YouTube videos. I want to give YouTube and streaming a chance, but I kind of feel like I'm going to be testing something. I said Tuesday, but it might be Thursday or Friday. I want to test something that could, because I'm at this point where I feel like I want to take, because I want to take a next step in my online presence. I want more readers. I want to reach more readers. So I have ideas. Like I do want to do a stream where I'm studying manga pages, other stories manga pages, not Grey's. So I kind of planned something. 3 scenes from 3 different manga that we're going to be studying on stream this week, probably Thursday or Friday. Also, I love the teasers, and for me, they act like mini clippings. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, you know what? Tumblr was great for that. Tumblr was the place where it was the archive, you know, big archive that kind of like, you know, the extra content in Discord, but it's not practical Discord. And I genuinely rather have a place where I post them, like a blog, like Substack, like YouTube, not YouTube, Twitter or Instagram. Instagram is weird. I don't know if I can do it on Instagram because these sketches come fast and randomly. This is why I like Twitter specifically, because you just throw things there. It's like a blog. And I created the hype posts so that there will be like a funnel or like a pipeline from there to, like, for those who are on Instagram or X to share them there and talk about them and stuff. But it's strange, I don't know. They might not appear, but that's also fun about it. Second, I would love a place to talk about them. Twitter art thread linking all the posts. This is the thing, like, I want to have them in as a post. I don't want to be the one that is sending them on Discord, for example, for discussion. But I also think that people would want to discuss that. So there's this issue, like, I'm facing right now. Like, I want to draw things, but I don't know where I'm going to put them. So I feel like, I don't want to draw them anymore. I just tried them. Like this one, I drew this one. When am I going to post it? If Psycho didn't join, where I'm gonna post it so Psycho would see it and other people in the future would see it. But there's not much discussion placed there. Yeah, that's the thing. So it's just a lot of posts like this are just making me feel disheartened in a way. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy your time there. We have a lot of channels because for the story discussion, but you can find stuff here and there that are just fun and spoiler-free. Perfect timing indeed. Discord is the discussion place, but it also doesn't reach a larger crowd. That's the thing. Like, Discord is the place, and this is why I created the, like, post channel, post and hype. But at the same time, it's like about discussion, but then the post that I made just goes up and gets buried. I don't know, it's just, there should be a system, you know? It is a difficult one. I've been trying to think about it a lot. Because this is the time. It's not like recap. This is the time where teasers work best. We are heading into a very new direction. I guess sometimes the voices are too loud, the voices that attack. I don't know. I was talking to my mother about something that she doesn't really have knowledge about. Imposter syndrome. I've never felt imposter syndrome as an artist. Thankfully. Not because I trust myself, but it's because we're going to circle back to that topic of art being a journey. So to me, it's a journey. I suck at a lot of things. I don't know how to draw a lot of things. I use a lot of shortcuts. I rely a lot on brushes. But I don't care. I know that when I get interested or when I have time, I will learn all there is that I don't know how to draw. But there is something that happened after a year full of what seemed to people that is very the definition of success in a way, and it was a huge success. I see it as a success, like the award and all the things that followed. But at the same time, it kind of leaves you at a place where you feel like in front of other people. My imposter syndrome isn't, I don't feel it within me, because a lot of people talk about it intrinsically, like they see themselves as a hack. But to me, it's always been, and not art-wise, but like social-wise, I always feel like imposter syndrome as socially, because I do have kind of like white, oh my god, they fell for the mask, they fell for the facade. So I have imposter syndrome socially, but with the layer of, it's Instagram. I hate social media, it's Instagram, because Instagram has real people and strangers at the same time. And also it has like big editors and stuff, and then it has people who know me from school. So it kind of makes me in this very strange place. I don't know where I am and where are my people. It's very, very strange, right? Why am I talking about this? Knowing you wanna draw spoilers but feel discouraged is like, as a person who loves those things, I know, I'm getting like, I was talking about, I read yesterday in Jad's discussion, I read a snippet of something that I teased so many times. I don't know if you were around at any time, Blue, but I teased something about chapter 56 from White's perspective, the time he was with Daniel before he drove to meet Black on the rooftop in chapter 56. I wrote something from his point of view and I read 2 parts of it. And I want to draw this one. I want to draw it. Now, I want to draw it completely, but I can't finish it like a clipping and post it because it's related to main story very much. And Daniel is there. Daniel. I suddenly pronounced his name as it should be pronounced. Anyway. But then I came to the realization again that I can't... Like, I drew them where to post them, to reach the people. And I feel like all the people that discuss these things on Discord, some of them are on Blue Sky, some of them are on Instagram, some of them are on... And I always remember Elma when she said that, when they said, sorry, I'm not sure about the pronoun, when they said that I hide all the good stuff on Twitter and I don't post on Instagram. And these things kind of like keep ringing in my head. There isn't a good place for this from the start, I feel. There was Tumblr, but Tumblr died, and I don't wanna, like, I could create Substack. Substack is a thing right now. kind of like a newsletter kind of thing, but at the same time, I don't want to create a new place and ask people to join, you know? And I don't really need people to join or interact. It's just that I want to have, for example, I have Twitter. I post everything on Twitter. So if everybody just checks Twitter, you don't have to interact, you don't have to like, and then discuss it somewhere. In the end, I just wanted to reach the people that are the audience, the target audience. The very fact that mangaka usually don't draw spoilers, which is why this space doesn't exist. Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. Like, sometimes this is wild. Take it with the lens that you know who I am and what I think of my work and my humble attempt and everything. But when you see, for example, a mangaka sharing something and how people who are passionate about it take it apart to understand everything, I know I have those people. I have them. We all know them. We all see them on Discord. And it's when, like, sometimes you kind of feel when a creator is creating something and, like, I know people are going to talk about this bit more than anything else. And when I share something, a teaser, I see where the points that are going to raise a discussion. But then I remember that there is no place for that. It's a strange thing. Like, I'm generally feeling down, so there is some down in my tone, but in general, even when I'm feeling up, I am kind of very interested in this whole topic of where is the target audience, where to put my stuff, or where to point people when they want to see all the extra sketches and stuff, because there is a ton of things in these sketches. Have you ever thought about having some sort of assistance when making your manga? No, not at all. Every artist I know has some type of imposter syndrome, so it kind of cancels it out. I guess it started, you know what? I guess parts of these feelings that I'm getting these past month is from a thing that I brought upon myself when I talked about the definition of manga on Twitter. There's this thing, like I know the facts, and then I read some more, and then I shared this opinion. I don't like sharing opinions in general, but I shared it nonetheless. And the replies, and it was really prompted by something that happened on Twitter. Someone called out a creator, a very well-known creator in the manga sphere, in the Western manga sphere. There's this person who managed to be published in Japan, called out another person who isn't published in Japan but is calling themselves manga artist. And it kind of made me think of a lot of things from a linguistic, or from what the word means kind of thing. Something that I learned with White. Thank you, White. White, destroying my life always. I hate Instagram when I don't have you. Oh my god, I can't imagine how much I'll hate it. When I don't have what you have, I can't imagine how much I'll hate it. Ah. Hey Tam, welcome. I must run the errand. I hope make it back and join the stream. I hope so too. It's because you have different groups on each platform. Like, I don't have Insta, for example. Yes, I genuinely, like, Instagram is out of question. Instagram isn't the platform that I will use to share sketches like these. Will never. It's Instagram is the gallery for me. I post complete stuff, announcements, because it has the biggest number. So if I need anything for business, or I want people to find me business-wise, it's there. So I keep it official, and I have a lot of real people in there. Listen, I feel like I'm gonna hate myself for saying everything that I've just said. later. You remind me of Wyatt in clippings when he's feeling uncomfortable with how many followers they are calling the readers soakers. Patreon works well for me. That's the thing. Patreon didn't work for me. To me, having a gated community that is made up of 3 or 4 people, I appreciated them, I appreciated the support, but it didn't work well to spread the word about the story at all. Nobody is seeing the things that I'm creating on the side. And it also creates this strange relationship with these 3 or 4 people that are supporting. And in the end, my goal is to spread the word about the story, for people to read the story, and that's it. That's the one thing I want, honestly. And when I think of this, like, if there aren't people that I know will be interested in seeing all these sketches, I wouldn't worry about this. But it's because I know that there are people who would want to see it, would want to see them, or comment, discuss them with other readers, is what makes me think about this. I don't know, it went all over the place, but yeah, I guess this doesn't really relate to where volume 11 is. But even like something as simple as that, like talking about what is happening with volume 11, what is the progress. Like I remember when I was working, a lot of people left Twitter, but back when I was working on volume 9, I shared that. So I wrote the outline for volume 9 and it's gonna lead to a hug. So it's now time to start writing my way towards that hug. Stuff like that, like just random thoughts. I'm trying to use Discord for that, like when I write in the teasers channel about like off the writer's desk, so and so and so is happening. But I don't feel like, you know, thank you for listening. This is giving me a little bit of enlightenment. Like I'm trying to, it's kind of like brainstorming, and I'm kind of finding the issue where the imposter syndrome idea with the manga topic with sharing teasers is coming together. I guess it's okay. If I write stuff like that, like I chapter 84 is a very important chapter. Let's walk our way towards that chapter. Okay, I have this idea and I have a doodle that comes with it. Where to put it? Usually I would go to X and I post it there. Why am I saying X suddenly? It's Twitter. I go to Twitter and I post it there. Fine. Now, with everything that's happened last year, I got a lot of, like, a bigger follower. A lot of people are interested in reading the story, checking the story. So when I post something like this, okay, a lot of people are sharing, a lot of people are interested in the story or checking the story. A lot of people heard that the story won an award. At the same time, there are a lot of people who think that manga artists outside of Japan are frauds. I don't care about this mindset, but where it affects me is when I share something excitedly about, when I'm super excited about sharing a piece of a new book that is upcoming and it gets no interaction, I find myself thinking about those people, the people that are interested in the story, that see that the story doesn't even have a readership, and I'm worried about people who think that manga artists outside of Japan are frauds. And that post is proving that. Now, when I am head deep in creating a book, I don't worry about these things. The problem is right now is that I'm not head deep working on the book. Okay, thank you. You helped me kind of put the pieces together. Maybe. I hope you don't regret talking about this later. Author needs are valid, and knowing that as a reader helps. thank you. I really appreciate it. I brought it up yesterday, and I'm bringing it up today, and I will bring it up maybe on the Discord again. Not because of anything outside of. I know you want to see these sketches. Where do you want me to put them? Help me, help you, help me. Suddenly I see Tom Cruise. Help me find the place. Let's work together and find the place. Webtoon's author page could work for people who don't use other socials. The story is updating there as well. That author page is dead, man. Kind of like Tumblr. Tumblr was the thing back then, but Tumblr is dead right now as well. And I tried. This is the thing. I tried the Webtoon author page. I tried it a lot, but yeah. Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts are the main way for me to get new readers for my webcomic. It's a lot of work though, and it's counterintuitive to some comic artists. See, the way I am, like I'm trying with YouTube and Twitch, and I only tried with 2 things so far, so I can't find a generalization or a result or a conclusion. I want to do more. Like I am planning a stream on studying manga, and I have other YouTube videos about manga creations that I'm going to be using Grey Is to talk about visual storytelling, which I hope people will get into. But generally speaking, these platforms bring more followers that are interested in art more than, like, I'm very happy that is working for you. Like, it gets you more readers. In my case, it's kind of very hard right now to really find the place or the way to get more readers on board. I should talk more about future sketches and stuff, admiring in silence and pegging it into them. No. In the end, I would love to hear about the sketches, wherever, whenever. But I know that, like, I know your feeling as well. Maybe you do have something to say, but you don't know where. So you really shouldn't. We always say it. There are a very big silent majority. I know a lot of people are seeing it, but maybe, I guess, the extra eyes that I got the previous year, kind of made this pressure, created this pressure that I can just shake off eventually. Once I'm just fully on board with Volume 11, I know I won't have time to worry about this pressure of, oh, so-and-so now number are following me, and they're seeing these posts, and they're seeing that there's no interaction and stuff like that, you know. These just toxicity of the mind. Help me help you, help me help you. Bear the process. This could either be in Teaser Zone or New Future Sketch channel. I think we have enough on Discord. Like, we can find any place, even analysis and theories works. It's a difficult one, man. I guess we had a great time reading recap every Saturday and discussing it and interacting with it. That it feels too silent now, maybe? That could be a thing as well. Tutorials definitely help, and I think your content is perfect for that. Thank you. Tutorials do help, but again, it kind of creates this different target audience. Like, even if I think about it myself, and think of it yourself, if you come across a good YouTube channel that is giving great tutorials about art, and they keep mentioning their story, would you be interested? Like, for me now, right now, I am kind of optimistic about the kind of videos that I created, like the most recent video I shared on YouTube, it's talking about visual storytelling, but it's using Grayiz heavily. I'm kind of optimistic of that approach more because I am teaching something, I am giving back, I want to help other people create their own stories, but at the same time, I want them to be interested in checking out the story eventually. Because I don't want the target audience for me, number one. Number two is artists and people who want to learn and create their own stories. But number one, it's readers. You know what you need? The several people typing when a new update drops. I do need that. I do need that. I genuinely need that. Like, when I drew yesterday, when I drew black and white, and it's a meme because it is a thing. Like, white really does hold your hand when he want to tell you things. But when I finished the sketch, and then, you know what? I'm gonna add the notebook. Why not? Let's add the notebook. Yeah, I kind of needed a lot of people are typing, or several people are typing. Thank you. This is great. It's a bit quiet, and it's been a while since you've had that. It's difficult to do because it's so different, but I hope you enjoy the different time between volumes. Yeah. I don't know. I'll enjoy it once I know the main problem. The main problem is me not being 100% involved and committed. I always feel lost once I'm done with the book. It's always the time where I'm most lost. Because when I wake up in the morning, I don't have 2 pages I need to finish today. You know? That's my life. That's how I live. Like, if I wake up and I have 2 pages to finish today, I'm good. And the main problem could be that I'm not really waking up that early like I always do when I have manga pages or a rabbit. This is how Jevi plays into this. Because Jevi helped me get up in the morning. I think manga-specific tutorials or info from your experience is what I meant about tutorials, or maybe your journey. I did think of my sister was very hyped for that because she wasn't really a big fan of me being committed to Grayiz back in the day when I started, because I was all about manga creation. I didn't want to go out with her. I didn't want to do anything. So she kind of didn't like it then. But now, because she's trying to do her own thing, she got excited about the idea of me creating this series with episodes. Just me talking about how I started with Grayiz. From like just sketching and coming up with idea to printing the books and all that. Because a lot of it happened by chance, a lot of it, like there is a lot of patience and persistence, and I know a lot of people will find motivation in that. So I did think of it. I've seen an American mangaka getting millions of views by marketing his journey. See, millions of views. I am not looking for, I'm not aiming for views or numbers. Because I get millions of views, but I don't get readers. This is the main issue. From the minute I started, and at the same time we've talked about it before, there is this mere exposure effect where people see a lot of the same thing that they're not interested anymore, and this is a problem for indie creators who only have this one series that they work on, because it ends up like you are marketing this series over and over and over again, and people are just seeing it, but they're not interested in reading it anymore. Kind of like with Black and White, for example. I am sharing a lot of clippings and they do great numbers, and a lot of people are interested in reading the story, one, or two, a lot of people who used to read the story and forgot about it are finding it again. Sorry, which is great. It's the best thing ever. But at the same time, I post black and white, angst and hugs. They make numbers. I try to steer away from that, like posting something between Jad and White, or posting something about a joke or something more fun, not just sadness, because I don't want to paint the story as just self-indulgent to characters' story that they hug a lot and cry a lot. So I want to show other sides, but then those don't make numbers. So I'm kind of not understanding. This is the first time I think of what I post, and I hate it. I don't think the analyze channel is a good place because it's not spoilers free, so not everyone gonna see it, so they can't feel the excitement. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. This is why hype and posts is a good one. It brings us back to a discussion we had last year, I think, when I said that there should be a channel up top where it's just all the latest clippings, latest sketches, latest. But then again, I would appreciate, like I'm putting it out there right now. I appreciate, like, if this thing is going to be there, I'm not going to be the one who is going to post it. Even with my friends, I always feel bad at some point when I'm just, oh, here's the new thing I posted. It becomes weird when I am constantly, because especially with these sketches, they come fast and they come often. If I sit one day, I could draw 3 or 4, depending on what I wrote beforehand. So it would feel bad. It's kind of like a text message where you send your friend and you just wait on it. It's better when there's a place where people can check and then they can take it from there. If they want to discuss it or not discuss it, but they saw it. We can discuss it on stream, I don't mind. It's not about comments or views or likes. It's never been about that, honestly. Even though I do see it these days, the comments especially, because of what I mentioned, of other people who are interested in the story or passing by, seeing this person who is talking about this awesome thing that is coming, but nobody is excited about it. Or as I said yesterday, when I wanted to share N's meme about the 10-hour flight, who were you gonna sit next to? I was afraid to post it because, like, what if I post it like, okay, give me your answers, and nobody answers? It's not. I don't know. This is the first time I think business-wise, and I hate it. Like, thinking of what other people is gonna think of it as a story, as a community. I don't know. I'm glad we were able to work through some of this. It feels as productive as sketching. We should make just a just chatting stream, but even that, I don't know. Again, it's structure wise. Like I don't, if I have a schedule, I think I was thinking the other day, like I'm gonna come up with a schedule. Because Mom takes a lot of, like, we spend a lot of time together and there's a lot of things that we take care of. So I'm gonna talk with Mom and find the best times so I can stream. But then, will it work with people who are interested? Will it work with how much should I put into this thing? I am testing things. Again, we are going to be testing more things. But I guess this whole unstructured time doesn't bear well on my very structured brain, I guess. Man, I rambled a lot. When people care about you, are invested in your journey, they will pay to get the manga. Would they? Thinking about all of that is logically, like, I'm trying to approach it very logically. I'd love to be like I'm taking your words seriously, Neron. I really am. But it's been like I've been doing a lot of things, different things on different platforms for years now, and sometimes you build this big platform, like with Tumblr. It was a big platform with a lot of all of the archive, all the sketches there, and people would come and go. And there was, like, even better, Tumblr had the anonymous question feature, which people can just send questions or send requests. So there's a lot of there was a lot of good passive marketing happening. But right now it's kind of very hard, and I get it. It's hard on everyone. Like the algorithm was, but I kind of find like on Instagram I found the kind of post that makes number. On X I found the same thing with clippings, especially angst and hugs and and two best friends. But I from my experience for like doing this for 15 years, it feels like people are not always interested in checking someone's work when they get invested in you personally. I'm thinking you could post Discord replies to N's meme on Twitter for those who are okay with it. No, that's a good idea. I feel the same way. I'm fighting for my life to get to live off my comics. Yeah. It needs a lot of things, and I don't mind putting in the effort. I have the patience, thankfully. I have the commitment, but it's when you like, again, I am really thinking of the target audience. And right now, not the target audience who I want, new readers. I want new readers. But I'm thinking about the target audience that are actually reading the story. Because I found out that there's a lot of people who are interested in these teasers and these sketches, especially on Instagram, strangely. Like every time I share something that is a meme or just some fun thing, a lot of people get excited. So there are a lot of people on Instagram who want to see these things. But again, it's strange when I multi-post here and there, and then I don't know if it reaches or not, you know? It's a tough world, man. Social media is so tiring, for sure. Or I can post it and D retweet it. So if there is no answer, D can unretweet it, and so no one would see. No. It's fun to. No, you don't have to do that. I don't think. Again, it's sometimes it feels like what I hate about talking. Like what I hate when I talk about this is a lot of it sounds valid and understandable, but to me it feels childish. It really does. And because I know that day to day I'm not like that. Like I don't think of these things. It's not like I'm not like that because it's a bad thing to be. It's just that I know that it's not me. This is not me. This is not how I function. But because I have this emptiness, maybe. If only the webcam was on me, because you should have seen how I tried to describe what I have right now with my hands and fingers. It's funny. To be more soft on myself, I can't. No. I genuinely can't. Like, I am now at the age where I'm just accepted that I can't be. So I'm sorry, I can't. But thank you, I guess. And sorry. Blue asked a question and you got me excited about working on Volume 11 and sharing about Volume 11. There's this thing also that, you know, when you have this thing that has been in progress for so long, and this chapter, which I wrote in 2020, and it was to be in Volume 9, and then it was to be in Volume 10, and then now I'm working on it. It's kind of like I just can't wait to get it over with, man, so I can commit to the new book. This is another like amusing reference, okay? Right now I don't feel like I'm working hard. So I'm beating myself up with self-criticism, which is very, very, very very counterproductive. You don't this is not the way that you walk out of the gutter. No, this is not the way. You don't beat yourself even more. I am trying to immerse myself in good stories, honestly, which helps. This helped when, before recap, I was also in a very dark place. That was a dark place. What I'm living now isn't dark at all. It's messy. It's not dark. I'm not feeling hopeless or depressed or no. I'm just lost. In a way. Because of the messiness. So I'm trying to, it's good to just immerse myself in other stories that will, you just passively learn about stuff, I guess. You make it sound like you're old. I am old, not old. I don't see it as old, but like in the sphere of the internet, it does sound old. You know my age, right? The day you drop the first update of Volume 11, you'll probably feel your effort the best. I hope so. I really hope so. And it's not about feeling effort. There's no point for a writer. I'm gonna think of Ellen now. When you're a writer, you write a story to communicate, it's a conversation with another person, and there is no point if you don't reach that. So it's not about it's not about me working hard and getting a rest or getting a break. Like, remember, Blue, you mentioned more than once, like, I hope you take a break after this. And I always feared breaks. I don't like breaks. There's this quote in Murakami, in a book by Murakami, Norwegian Wood. There is this quote that I saved somewhere. But it's like, if I just stop, I'm afraid that I'm not gonna continue again. So it's always me just being afraid of this in-between books phase. These thoughts on marketing are work, you think? I did answer about the author page. It didn't work for me, honestly. I did share. I didn't even I don't think I shared about the book release of Volume 10 on Webtoon. Webtoon is the kind, you know, this meme about artists not posting for 3 days and people forget they exist, stuff like that. There's a meme like that going around. And I don't feel it. Like, I feel myself, I can disappear for a month and I come back and I find people there. I'm very appreciative of that. But I feel it with Webtoon. Webtoon, if you're not consistent, like every time I post a clipping, it's less the number, less the comments, and a lot of people like, oh, who was that again? So now I'm afraid of clippings come back because I feel like I do need to create an episode, a refresher episode of this episodic story when there's a main story, you know? That you can check. A lot of people don't know about the main story in clippings still. Breaks are freaky for people who have relied on consistent productivity for too long. I will take breaks are freaky. Breaks are just freaky. Because I do take breaks in general. Like, I feel like my work is very balanced in a way that I watch anime, I read manga, I go out, I take care of my rabbit that doesn't exist anymore. It will circle back to Jevi for some reason. But seriously, having a pet rabbit specifically is like structures life in a perfect way to me. I realize that they're just the pet for me. I appreciate all your input. In general, they're really helpful to just ping pong with. Remember ping pong ideas, Tam? How Kid White is sleeping in his hand. I'm gonna tear it up. Wait for what I'm drawing right now. This has been lovely to talk about. Thanks, Steve, for drawing the tricks. I hope the rest of the day is lighter now. I hope so. Thank you so much for discussing it with me, with all of us. I really appreciate it, and enjoy your day as well, Lou. Thanks a lot for coming. Think ping pong with ideas. Always have the banker line. Where was that? Was it in story or was it in Discord? And who said it? I just remember your status on Discord. If you were to release a clippings that features a character in the storyline and the readers on Webtoon just comment who's that and they scroll down to the bottom where they see the author's post at the end that said check the main story and maybe you'll find out, wink wink. It's wild that, like, I remember when I posted White's birthday or Black's birthday, I don't remember, and someone was like, oh, this thing, I forgot that it only updates on their birthdays now. And it was very clearly like someone that doesn't really know the existence of the main story, you know. Leaving just as you're drawing more Danny. Kid Danny, one day we'll see you. It's Danny with a baby. A very baby. The babyest baby. You said it during... I said it? You said it during a stream when the topic was Daniel and White and how they just play ping pong with ideas when they're together at Daniel's place. Then I said it. Good. Thank you, Tam. With baby Ia? No. He couldn't be this old when Ia was a baby. Narisa's daughter? No. The baby looks like a girl? Oh no. The baby has dark curly hair. Deep down, I know it's white. Yep. Like, I saw this picture of a father and his son or his daughter, I don't know. It's a baby. And I just like, yeah, this is Daniel. This is Daniel. I can't see anyone but Daniel with this. But again, to circle back to what we were talking about, just to connect all the topics. The thing is, just like I said when I said a beginner artist, if they're gonna drop doing art because people are gonna attack them for, or people are gonna say that they're using AI when they're not, and I criticize that, it's because there is an issue that they have to fix within themselves, to not be influenced by what other people are saying and just do the art for themselves first. I will circle it back to myself and why I am critical of how I'm viewing things right now, or what I'm obsessing about on terms of social media existence. Because generally speaking, I never have the time to actually even observe or see what people saw, what people interacted with. Usually I don't even have the time. I'm spending too much time online, and that is the problem. Seriously. So it is I always feel like when someone is busy with what people are thinking or saying, they do have, and I guess I tackle this with White mainly, but other people too, other characters too in Grey Is. I tackle it in Grey Is. There is there is something intrinsically that you have to work with. I don't know what dynamic White and Daniel have from this illustration on screen. Got me thinking. I drew it once before. It was Daniel reading a book to baby White as well. So maybe Daniel did contribute quite a bit when White was a baby. Who misses Black? I miss Black. I miss Black. For weeks now, we're only seeing White and Daniel and Noir and Yildar. I'm gonna be throwing around some art-related questions. I see you drawing with such confident line and now sketch. Do you consider this past line art or sketch? Did you use a reference? I am using a reference. Yes, I have a reference on my other monitor. This doesn't pass as line art for me. I do need to clean it. Recently, I started using this as a line art for colored illustrations, not the ones that are for covers, but just like random cover illustrations. I would color it and then clean the lines that I don't need from the sketch with the color that is there. Like if this is black, I would just, instead of deleting this line that doesn't have a purpose, I will color it, paint over it. But yeah, this doesn't pass as, for me, in my book, doesn't pass as a line art, no. Black and Daniel fist bumping. Next stream request. You should drop these requests on. I know I have a ton. You know what? I need to go over all the requests in the channel in Discord and make up like a master list. When I have time, I would love to have all the doodle requests on Discord in a spreadsheet or something to just start scratching, drawing them on stream. I don't miss Black. I'll miss him once I see him. Damn. Damn, you're very interesting. You know that? You really am. I'm always fascinated by how you see things and how you read things and the way you comment on things. How does your family react to you being a mangaka? I'm curious because we're from similar cultures. My parents and close family is extremely supportive, and I'm so grateful for that. Mine as well. They're very supportive, and they're very proud of it. Some of them were skeptical now that I think about it. I have a big family, so there were members who were skeptical about it, but generally speaking, I do play a role because I didn't really like give them an option. And they know that I wouldn't really, it wouldn't really matter to me what they think, and they know that I'm gonna be serious about it and wouldn't really ask much from them. I think he has too much hair for a baby. Let's fix it. You know what? That now I'm like when I'm drawing this, we always love to, no matter how like, regardless of if we're in good terms or we like them or there is something about family where you want their approval, you want to impress them. Like you wouldn't, even if you don't pursue it, if you get it, if you find that this family member actually thinks good of you, are proud of you, it's very encouraging. It's a very, very, very positive feeling. And I was just thinking of how highly White thinks of Daniel's opinion of him. And I was just thinking that probably something he inherited without even knowing. By being around Daniel at this age, he probably maybe was the closest to a father figure, a parent figure. In general, not just father, a parent figure. How constantly see Danny and let White with them? Or was he the one visitor? I don't think. She probably, like, we are on the same wavelength because I was thinking of that. I can't imagine her just going out and leaving White with him. Ah, the difference between the devil's advocate. Let's fix the hair. Okay, we'll continue this next stream, next sketch stream, actually, because I don't know what next stream is going to be. But yeah, we can continue this because I want to add some shading to this and draw something here, maybe. Maybe black and noir, or black and Inad. Hey Ella. You missed a lot of art rambling, existential crisis, internet existential crisis. Thank you, and welcome back. I am done for today. Thanks to Psycho for the idea with the Devil's Advocate cover. I missed 2 hydrates. Thank you for the hydrates. And I hope this has been fun. Sorry if it got too rambly. Sorry if there is anyone who is lurking and didn't like the discussion. I don't mean to share negativity. We're here to have fun, but sometimes it happens. Enjoy your Sunday, and hopefully, we meet again throughout the week. Have a good one. Oh wait, we have a message. I had an idea. I had an idea. You could make a template of Daniel sitting in the chair or something, and there's an empty frame around him. Then you put the teaser sketch on or illustration inside the frame, and post those kind of posts and thread on Twitter, like mini-series of Daniel's musings about future events. If it's weird or useless, then sorry. Template of Daniel sitting in the chair or something, and there's an empty frame around him, then mini-series of Daniel's musings. That's a very interesting idea. Let me screenshot it because I do want to read it more and try to picture it. Thanks for the suggestion, Tam. Any topic is worth the ramble? Thank you, Psycho. First time on your stream, and I'm so happy I came. I was actually drawing a manga page at the same time. Best of luck with drawing manga. I'm very excited. I love when people are just drawing on the side. So thank you for stopping by and joining and chatting. Hey, Naru. Thank you. Thank you, Naru. Glad to hear that. Very kind of you. Enjoy your time, everyone. See you around.